Okay, I'm back for part 2 of the Woman Success Planner Review. If you haven't seen part 1, go back and take a look. I'll try to remember to get all those linked for you. Okay, so we got to the end of the 3 months on the planner. After the 3 months of the quarter, you have forward planning calendar. So if you are one of those people that has appointments that go way out, don't panic, because even though this is 1 quarter, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of future planning calendar. So if you have appointments that go way out in time, there is a space to record them. Pardon me, the boxes are not big, it's all 1 page, but you do have note space underneath at the bottom of the calendar and then note space down at the bottom of the page. They all look exactly the same, okay? So there's through the end of the year, so that's nice. Then you have a future planning for 2013, and you have obviously the calendars up here that tell you what date happens when, on what day, and then the months, so that if you plan really far out, you can start tracking those things right here. So that's a really convenient. She hasn't just left you high and dry with the quarter. Then you have more notes pages that you can use at the end. You have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 pages of notes, 7 notes pages, 7 single notes pages at the end of the planner for notes, which is fantastic. If you keep things like lists, books to read, movies to watch, inks to try, those for those of you who are ink horse like I am, inks to try, pens to look at, whatever you keep lists for. Let's say you're using a Filofax and part of the reason you don't want to, you're having trouble with it or whatever your planner is, part of the trouble you're having is leaving behind list space. You will not be left high and dry with this. Okay, at the very back of it, there are 4 spots for, business cards, whatever. I wouldn't use this like as a wallet and put debit cards and things in here, but it would be safe to carry things like store loyalty cards, punch cards for stores, things like that. You have an envelope, a clear envelope back here for papers and receipts and what have you. A couple things that I forgot to tell you. I'll go back to the front. In the front, she has ideas about planning and time management that are totally worth reading. This is really a neat addition. And so in every quarter, you get that. So she's, like I said, she's not going to leave you high and dry with anything in this. You're not going to be at the 3 quarter, if having your planner in quarters wigs you out. She has a lot of safety nets built in. On the very first page, there's a place for your name and phone number, of course. And then you have planning calendars. You have past year, this year, and next year. So that's nice. And then she includes in every one this wonderful little clip so that you can clip to the week you are in. So she has kindly clipped it for me to this week. Okay? So what I used to do is, remember I told you there were 2 notes pages at the end of each week? Let me show you the green cover. What I did was use this notes page with the beginning of the week. So I used, for example, let me get to the end of this week. I used this notes page with the current week, and then on the back side of that, I used this notes page with the next week. So I split those up. Just an idea, obviously. So there is a lot to this, and it's certainly not outrageously expensive. Right now, this quarter is on sale for obvious reasons, but I think each quarter is 12 something. So you can buy it in quarters. You do get a discount if you buy the whole year at one time. She also makes a loose leaf version that I think is a 7-hole. Won't fit in your Filofax. You could repunch it. I know that there are people who have done that. But she also makes leather covers for these that I understand are beautiful. I don't have one, but several people do and have said that they're fantastic. The covers do have a ribbon marker. They have a pin loop, and they have spaces on the inside of the leather cover for cards and things. She also makes a really detailed address book, which you can see about. I'll link that for you too from Laurie's blog. Pamela was also kind enough. Pamela of the company is called Success Choice LLC. Was kind enough to send me the first quarter of next year because she has some important design changes. And it was so kind, Pamela. If you're watching this, thank you so much. Again, you have the instructions and limitations. This is a different thing. I have not read it yet, but it's a different format than it was last year. Now you get this notes creativity page. You get 1 blank page, I noticed, and I think it came at the end of every week. For the beginning of the year, you have a year goal planning, and then at the beginning of every quarter, it has a place to pull those over, so you don't leave those in your first quarter calendar. And then the notes, another notes creativity page that's blank. Okay, so the week is this. The beginning of the week is, or the excuse me, the month is the same. It's the same heavy duty cardstock, the same. Looks to me like the same categories. The month looks exactly the same with the note pages on the bottom. The end of the month with the goals areas. Pardon me. The focus for the month, the traditions is the same. The beginning of the week page is the same, but when you get to the week, you can see that there's a huge difference. Some of you are going to love this, some of you are going to detest it. I know one of you that's going to hate it because the whole week's not on one page. You know, well, she won't watch the video, never mind. She has broken up the weeks. She has extended the size of the column, which is fantastic, but what that did, for those of you who can't handle having your week broken up at all, it doesn't bother me because it's not that big a deal to me. She has put Monday through Thursday on one page, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the next page. Saturday and Sunday got the short shrift again. I have mixed feelings about that because technically there's enough space to just, for what I use the planner for itself, is just, like I said, to-dos, tasks, tracking, water tracking, pill tracking, things like that. There's plenty of room for me. The other differences are you have the AM and PM here. Then she's broken the column up underneath to the same size column that it was before, but there's extra space to do tasks. So there's tasks, calls, there's a little telephone icon, which you're not going to be able to see. I do like this space better because you can use it the way you want it. Down here at the bottom you still have the health tracker. It just doesn't say health tracker, so it has the water, extra veggies, it has an apple now, exercise. And then down here, when I was telling you those little circles that are numbered, now she's got make bed, pick up clutter, sort mail, empty trash, wash dishes, wipe up spills, sweep, and she's only left one blank. That's really unfortunate. I really wish she had left most of those blank. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to see that. That's my biggest pet peeve, frankly, is that she did not leave more of these little circles to fill in here blank for you to put in the things that you track. Not everybody makes their bed every day. Yeah, I don't. Not everybody sorts mail every day. I don't do it. I don't worry about emptying the trash because that's one of my kids' jobs. Wash dishes. I don't need to mark that I wash the dishes because I can see that I've either done them or not. Wipe up spills. Again, I don't have toddlers. I don't have babies. That's unfortunate. Sweep. That's one of my kids' chores and goes on their chore chart. So that's unfortunate. I'm not pleased with that. But I do like the fact that there's more space in the columns up here to write what's going on in your day. So that gives you more space if you use your planner for more than just task management. This I know is going to do some people in, having the week broken up. I know there are more than one of you who cannot stand having their week broken up on more than one page. That was a big beef with the Erin Condren planner because some of the weeks were broken up. So I know this is going to be a deal breaker from some of you. For some of you, that's unfortunate because she did give lots more space, which I know was a big problem for people last year. It's still the same really wonderful paper. It's a recycled paper that she uses. It's fantastic. Like I said, for those of you that use fountain pens, it's completely fountain pen proof. Sharpie proof, probably, but I don't know. I don't use Sharpies because they just bleed through everything and I don't use them. Okay, here's a new thing too. Okay, so we have the end of the week review, and instead of the end of the week review at the end of the month, there's something different. So it has March log. So it has noteworthy events this month, successes, and lessons learned. So it has a March wrap up, and then a creativity page. Let's look at the end of the other weeks that are in the middle of the month and see if that changed any. This video is just about over. Notes, yes. So you have a notes page and in the week of review. She got rid of one of the notes pages. So mixed feelings. I like them both. We'll see how it goes. Very, very kind of her to send, though, and a fantastic planner if this is something that really turns your crank. I will put the website down here. Thanks for watching. See you soon.